What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, well, we have another pre-proposal in the mix. This is to turn on the LP rewards for the DAO, which is currently providing liquidity and a significant amount at that, yet not receiving any rewards. So let's go through. This is from Nebulous X, and what we can see here, essentially just talking about this. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but the DAO should not be risking its treasury and not be compensated. Period. I propose that the DAO be given its share of the LP rewards. So if we go back down here, if we go down here, you can see, and this was at the time that the team posted, which was months ago, but you can see where the position was at around that time. It was about 828,000 for PancakeSwap, which is the SPS BNB, and then about 118,000 for Ethereum. So the rewards are being paid out. There's 2.6 million, which is, it's probably less than that now because it reduces by 1% every month. But 2.6 million paid out between those, and the DAO, from what Nebulous is saying here, could be banking about $20,000 a month in SPS and should be doing so, but it is not currently getting rewards for what it has. So final thoughts, we cannot let interest of investors seeking an ROI cripple the ability of the DAO to function in the future. These two LPs are low-hanging fruit since only a small portion of investor liquidity is involved. The 10% are taking 100%. I would urge members of the DAO to consider taking this further with the implementation of DEC payments for Rift Watchers. The DAO basically saying that has accumulated over 10 million, basically saying that we should also do this for DEC and SPS and DEC Hive pools, but that's not part of this proposal. Now, I do just want to go into the comments real quick. You can see a lot of positive support here, but mainly Yaba Matt, who talked this through, saying, otherwise, I generally support the proposal. The DAO should be able to earn just like everyone else. And what he was talking about here was essentially just a correction on the numbers. But it looks like Yaba's in favor, Kazrak seems to be in favor, Bronco seems to be in favor. So, as it stands right now, it looks like it's passing. But again, this is just a pre-proposal stage. We don't know what this looks like once it actually gets to the actual proposal stage. But one thing for additional context that I wanted to provide here. So we saw, 800,000 and about 118,000. If you look now, from my understanding, this does not include what the LP is providing. So when you look at the BNB pool, for example, there is less than 700,000 in terms of overall liquidity that is being paid out rewards, meaning that there's another 800,000, which is probably less now because SPS did come down from whenever that was posted. But regardless, it's definitely several $100,000 worth of liquidity that would eat into this and potentially cut the APR down from like 50% to 25%. On the Ethereum side, it's not as much as about 118,000 there. You can see that the liquidity is over 800,000, so more liquidity on Ethereum, which is why this APR is lower. So what would be the main reasons for it? I think they were laid out pretty well. What would be the main reasons against it? Well, really just the fact that people who are invested into these liquidity pools, myself included, would take a massive hit on the returns because we'd be sharing them with the DAO, who is coming in with a lot of liquidity, right? In the case of SPS BNB, they could take up half the pool, essentially, and so dilute the rewards that way. With the SPS ETH, I mean, I don't know where it's at right now, but it could be 10%, 15, 20%, who knows? But either way, I think that with Matt's support behind this, with all the actions that we're trying to take with the DAO in order to ensure that there is long-term stability, this one does seem like a no-brainer, and I will be voting for it just because if the DAO is risking assets in there, right? If the DAO is risking the impermanent loss that comes with it, I definitely think the DAO should be earning something. If it's not, right? If it's not earning, then we should take those funds out of the DAO and maybe do something else with it. But I do think it is important for the DAO to provide liquidity. I've talked about this in the past. And if the DAO is going to provide liquidity, it is an equal partner and player in the community and should be receiving its rewards. Now, my hope is that over time, the way that the team is going to incentivize and kind of gamify rewards for LPs in the game with the future like Land 2.0, all those resources. I hope they're able to do something like that with these LPs as well, right? SPS BNB, SPS ETH, because my thing with this is like, sure, we want to invest, we want to attract investors, right? And this may actually do the opposite, where people who want to come in, who are searching for high APR liquidity pools to get involved in, may choose to pass on this now. So that is a risk. But my hope is that people within the game will want to provide liquidity because there will be other potential benefits for providing that. So we'll see how it launches with Land 2.0 whenever that does come out. But even before that, if there were some interesting benefits in-game, cosmetic titles, whatever you want to call it, it would just be cool to see like, hey, this person, right? Maybe they get some benefits in-game, but maybe they get a cosmetic title, right? Doesn't add any value, whatever. But it's like, hey, here's somebody that's providing over the threshold of however much liquidity is needed in order to help, make the game sustainable and is basically just helping the economy. So I'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts on the pre-proposal, if you plan to vote for or against it, if you think something should be changed. Obviously, this time period is when we should be going through and updating as needed. But otherwise, I will catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.